What's going on, my friend? So, I'm going to tell you exactly what happens after you meditate twice a day, every single day for 30 days straight. Now, I've been meditating for about 3 years now. So, I'm going to go back to the first month and tell you exactly what happened when I did that. So, a little bit of backstory. I'm going to give you a bit of backstory. I'm going to tell you like the kind of meditation I was doing, and then I'm going to tell you like exactly what happened, right? So, bit of backstory. At this point, I was at university. I just done the classic Western life. You know, you grow up, you're on your phone all the time, you're on Snapchat, Instagram. TikTok had just come out, so I was on TikTok all the time as well. I was just going out partying. I was smoking weed. I was addicted to nicotine, so I was using a vape all the time as well. Watching Netflix, playing video games, like all the normal, like not great habits. The only productive stuff I used to do was go to the gym and like work on my degree at university. So that's about it. Now, at this time, I had no sense of focusing, no sense of mindfulness, no sense of nothing. Like, I was super compulsive. If I was like, my default emotions were kind of just normal, angry, like anxious, depressed, like nothing, not an amazing place to start, right? And this was what like a super low point for me. Like, everything else, I was just feeling numb on a day to day basis. Like, I'd gone through a pretty tough breakup at the time, 3 year relationship, ended up getting cheated on. So I was pretty emotionally jacked up at this point, and I needed something needed to change because the way I was dealing with it was just hitting the gym harder, like most guys would probably do, not even talking about it with anyone, playing more video games, smoking more weed, drinking more, like more distractions. So I was in a very kind of messed up state because the traditional crutches that I was using weren't working anymore. So the way I started meditation was my friend Shez. He was also going through a tough time. We spoke once and he was like, bro, I want to try a different path here. We're talking about other stuff like self improvement here, but part of that was meditation. So, with a lot of reluctance, resistance, hesitation, I tried it. And honestly, my first month was like terrible. Like it probably gave me more anxiety in those first few days or weeks than it actually helped because I came into it with some crazy expectations. So I'm hoping if you're considering it, like my experience can actually help you do it right the first time and save yourself some drama. So the type of meditation I did was Vipassana, which is like basically you close your eyes, you know, it's like follow your breath. Oh, a thought comes, you kind of just let it come, watch it come. Don't give it too much energy, let it pass, and then just keep watching your breath, right? Super simple. It's like one of the most basic things. Apparently, the Buddha used to give this kind of meditation to everyone, to all the masses, because it was so simple. He had more advanced techniques that he would give to like his monks, but like this is what everyone could access, right? Because it was so simple. And my first few days, like, bro, like, I literally used to think that, sit there and like think to myself, don't think, don't think, don't think. I used to like visualize the words like, don't think in capital letters, like, like moving through my head like a banner. Crazy. Like, that is not the point. Do not try and do that because that's gonna like you're basically resisting your thoughts, which is the opposite of the point of meditation. I thought you sit down, no thoughts, fixes all of your problems, mental health magically will become amazing. Like that's just not how it works. And maybe I was a bit of a retard for thinking that, but like that's just my story. So yeah, like that don't think thing, I was doing that for probably first couple of weeks at least, if not for longer than that. But what started to happen over time as I kind of just stayed consistent was I didn't have the energy to constantly try and fight my thoughts. So over time, like I started to just surrender to the process and just sat there and just watched stuff happen, right? Just watched all these thoughts. And sometimes I would literally just sit there and just watch my thoughts for like, just have thoughts running for like 10, 20 minutes straight. And at the time, I thought that was a failure. I thought that was a bad thing, but that's actually how it works. That's actually a good thing, right? And this goes past month one, but like probably about 3 to 6 months in, like I truly started relaxing into that, like super relaxed. It also happened month one as well, but just sitting there and watching, like I said, having those thoughts, but just sitting there and accepting that and letting that happen, like letting your head be full of thoughts for 20 minutes straight, unmoving. Don't like move around, change position. Like, oh, I'm gonna focus. Try watch your thoughts. Like, just sit there, relax, get comfortable. The only thing is just don't fall asleep. And if you sit in a cross leg posture without head support, you're not gonna fall asleep. So just sit there, watch it happen. What's gonna start naturally happening, and what happened for me by the end of that first month was like my mind would on its own just start calming down, just as as I stopped messing with my own head, messing trying to control the thoughts. As I stopped doing that, mine just started calming down on its own anyway. So by the end of month one, I would literally just sit down, and like I said, this got a lot stronger in like month 3 and 6, but like this started in month one. I would just sit down, close my eyes, and just watch whatever was there. I had like a guided meditation, so I would just follow that, which was helpful to like refocus on the breath. Just watch everything happen. By the end of the 20 minutes, which was how long I was doing twice a day, it's like my whole body just felt nice. My whole body just felt like warm, nice, relaxed. Like energy was flowing through it. And like my mind had just calmed down. Like the occasional vague thought came by, but it was so much less intense, you know, than like the super strong thoughts you're getting throughout the day. Everything's really on. It was like super calm, super nice, relaxed. And I would just enjoy it. And then the bell would go off. I'd slowly open my eyes, get up, and get on with my day. And like, that doesn't sound incredible. It's not like a super clickbait, like, oh my God, I started levitating after a month. Like, but like, dude, that was the foundation of the transformation of what I know as myself, right? And I don't want to make this too dramatic. I want to wrap it up like nice and sweet. My whole perception of what I actually am, of what life actually is about, has shifted so much because of that initial realization that I can just sit back and watch things happen. You know, I am not those things. You know, if I'm watching them, I can't be them, right? I must be somewhat separate. You know what I mean? Like if I can look at this pillow, clearly I'm not the pillow, right? Because I'm looking at it. So if I can look at my thoughts, I must not be them. I must be something different. And that shift, that change, like I've just been going deeper, investigating, going down that path since then. And like all this trauma stuff, the compulsive person I used to be with so many angry tendencies, hatreds, pains, sadnesses in his heart, it's changed so much. So like, if you're considering it, please just sit down and try it. Like, it has changed my life forever. In fact, like the only reason I'm stepping out onto YouTube and even bothering with this stuff is like because all the other stuff on YouTube, the self-improvement, it's all nice, but like this is kind of the only thing that I think is really going to change our society and our world, and the only thing that's really going to like give you your life back, right? And I'll talk more about this in more videos, but that's it. Like that was my experience month one. It was terrible. I stuck with it. It got a lot easier. So please do the same and just give it a shot. Yeah, give it a shot.